What's up, everybody? I just finished another book in the Ghost of Fear Street series. This is kind of a different one, though. This is my Vampire Handbook. So let's take a look at this awesome cover art. You got this cool bat, really cool stuff. So this is a rare book in the series. I discovered this probably 5 or 6 years ago, maybe, on thrift books. I paid like $7 for it, and in the picture it had this with like a cardboard cutout with this. You can kind of make out like it looked like glue or something, but in the book it actually refers to the stuff that's in here. It's basically like blood or fake blood and makeup and stuff. It's like a vampire costume kind of thing. Um, it kind of reminds me of a what is that book called in the Give Yourself Goosebumps series? Please Don't Feed the Vampire. Kind of reminds me of that, like where you just get this like makeup and it turns you into a vampire. So yeah, I remember seeing this thing a few years ago. I bought it. I figured this thing would be worth it later on. And I don't see any copies of this around online anymore. I haven't seen it in a while. And I got it pretty cheap. Unfortunately, it didn't come with all that stuff in the picture. I was hoping it did, but it didn't. But so yeah, that's a bucket list item that I'd like to own one day. But yeah, this is going to be kind of a hard book to review because it is literally just a handbook on how to be a vampire. It follows this guy named Humphrey Vled, I think that's his name, and he introduces himself and he says, "So you want to be a vampire? I'm going to show you." And yeah, the book is split off into 4 chapters, and I'll kind of try to summarize the chapters here. There's chapter 1 is frightening vampire facts. Chapter 2 is vampire tricks to drive your friends batty. Chapter 3 is amazing activities to sink your fangs into. And chapter 4, the final chapter, is throw a fangs-tastic fiesta. So yeah, the first chapter is the vampire facts, and it basically tells us about like where the origins of vampires, like some of the origin of vampires came from. It weirdly describes the decapitation of vampires, like how that became an origin, kind of. I know that there's a thing about Bela Lugosi in there, movies and stuff like that. There is I think the movie part comes in the second chapter, if I remember right. But I think they do mention like Bela Lugosi very early on. He's mentioned quite a few times here. Um, there's a vampire that can, her origin is like she slaps a girl and she gets blood on her, and she thinks that makes her youthful. So there's that. Um, yeah, and that's basically chapter 1. There's really just just little facts about it and stuff. Chapter 2, you had a vampire tricks. This part was I just kind of skimmed over it. It's just literally like a bunch of these like activities and stuff you can do. Like there's one where you put a vampire finger in a box or something. It's really like just a bunch of stuff you can do for kids. Um, and then more activities is the next one. And it's basically the same thing. And yeah, chapter 4 is again just a bunch of little activities. And the last one is like doing like little like vampire parties and stuff, like where you can dress up a bat and all that. There's really not much to say about this. This was just a kind of fun little book that very collectible, and I'm glad to have it. There's some vampire jokes, and they're about as funny as you can imagine. They're basically like little jokes that you would find like on the back of popsicle sticks or something, like the Laffy Taffy jokes. I mean, they're very, very, very cheesy. And I mean, this was, for kids. This was a gimmick book. This wasn't meant to be taken seriously or anything. But I was very surprised at the decapitation mention and stuff like that. So yeah, there's ad libs in here too. There's that. They do have some illustrations, which is really cool. I'll show you guys one of those really quick. This is like the thing to like on like chapter 3, I think. This is chapter 3 or 4. No, this is definitely 4 because this is the one where it kind of shows you how to like make paper mache bats and stuff. Um, yeah, there's jokes. Yeah, that's basically it. Here's the other illustration. This is the makeup kind of tutorial thing on how to be a vampire. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, that's my vampire handbook from the Ghost of Fear Street series. Pretty fun book. I don't know a lot of people that own this. So yeah, if you guys do own this, let me know what you think. Yeah, what are some more obscure books that you have in the series that probably I don't know about? There is another obscure book that I'm after, and it is the Fear Street Diary. So yeah, I know it's off topic, sort of, but yeah. The Vampire Handbook, my Vampire Handbook, I'd probably give it like a 3 out of 5 stars. Thought it was pretty fun. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, it's really kind of hard to rate a book like this, but yeah, 3 out of 5 stars for me, guys. Please let me know in the comments below if you've ever read this, if you've ever seen it, floating around. Yeah, I think that's it for me, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.